Hey folks, Dr. Groovy here, Scott Grove of GroovyMusicLessons.com. Today we're going to do bass guitar, but we're going to do the 12-bar blues, the root of all music right here. Now it doesn't mean that it is blues. We will definitely do blues, of course, and country and rock and rockabilly and everything in between. The blues part is not actually part of what this is. It's actually the 12-bar part. It's actually a way that the music is actually set up, counted, how many bars are in there. So there are actually 12 bars of a pattern, and I will establish that pattern for you. It can go all over the place, but it will still always be 12 bars. I will show you the outreaches of these things that most people will not. Most people will just give you 3 chords and call it a day. Not Dr. Groovy. I would never do that to you. And yeah, I'll give you the easy stuff. You need it. Okay, you don't need to know much more than able to, how to tune your bass and figure out what key we're in. And I'll call off some 1s and 4s and 5s if you don't know what they are. I'll make sure you understand them. Okay, it doesn't take that long. It's just a real quickie that I make sure I instill in everybody's head before we start on any lesson. So we will do the typical blues thing, very basic. Stuff we've heard a million times. Okay, now it will actually go all the way up to stuff like this. You're like, that's 12-bar blues? Sure is. Okay, so there's a lot to do, and I will be working your little fingers to death, and we will get breaks too, and then you will get some cool lines that nobody else out there will show you. So get ready to fire this puppy up, man. Grab this video. It's the trailer right here, and you'll see this trailer again if you've already bought it, because it's already here. Okay, so either way, welcome aboard to Groovy Music Lessons and myself, Scott Grove. Let's get ready to have a blast, man. Talk to you in a second. Hey folks, okay now, hey, good to see you. Time to get to work and time to get to play. Okay, it's the play that's a lot more fun than the work. We do get to work first. Just like anything. Number one, I just want to explain to you what 12-bar blues means. Again, take the word blues out of it, because we'll play blues anyway. It's just an old standard saying, so it's the 12 bars that matter. Okay, so you got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 2 and 3 and 4 and 6, 2, 3, 4 and 7, 2, 3 and 4 and 8 and 2, 3, 4 and 9, 2, 3, 4 and 10, 2, 3, 4 and 11, 2, 3, 4 and 12, 2 and 3 and 4 and then we start over. Okay, but we have to fill all that up. You're like, how can I remember all that? Very easy. I will put these in groups that you will be hard-pressed to forget. Okay, so what will happen is there'll be like the simple thing like I showed you in the intro. Okay, that would actually be counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you would actually just stay in this G 4 times. Okay. Next would happen, we'd go up to the C. We just drop it straight down and do the C twice. Now back to the G twice. Okay. So we've done 4, 8. There's 8 of them already. Now if we go to the D one time, there's 9 of them. Go to the C one time, that's 10 of them. Back to the G, that's 11 of them. Now nobody ever knows what to do with the 12th, except for okay, and it's just, and that finishes at 12, and you can play that bass part all the way through it. I'm going to encourage you not to. I will give you similar bass lines that you can trade. You know, you just play one, then answer back with another bass line that's almost the same, and you can just come off of them with your head. They're very simple boxes that I will give you to work out of, and lots of runs to play as well, and anything to let your imagination work. You can be very busy or you can be very sparse. It depends on how fast the song is and how busy anybody else is that you might happen to be playing along with. So if it's just yourself, you might tend to get a little busier than you would if you were actually in a band with a lot of members. But the less members you would actually have in a band, the more you would actually play, the busier you would be in order to cover up or fill some of the ground. You know, if there's only like a 3-piece band like ZZ Top or something, you might end up playing some chords and things like that. So like I said, also we'll be doing all the country stuff, we'll be doing the rockabilly and all that kind of thing. Now, as I had promised before, I have to start yelling out 1s, 4s, and 5s. What are these 1s, 4s, and 5s? Okay, really quick, for the people who do not know, this is basically just telling you the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And there's 2 parts to this 1, 4, 5 stuff. You have to be able to count to 8 in everything you do in music. Okay, I'm just going to walk right on up to the camera. Okay, I am going to be in the key of G. Okay, want to make sure you can see my dots. You can see a dot here on the 1st fret. Let's work on it here on the 3rd fret. It's going to be a G, and we're going to count. I'm going to put my hands right up here so you can see it, and we're going to count from 1 through 8. Now remember, 8 is going to equal 1. What does that mean? It means it's an octave ahead. So we have G here, and then we have G here. So what we're going to do, and then I'll show it to you, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a major scale. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, just to let you know, that is, once again, a major scale. When you are playing, you're going to take the major part out of the 7th, generally, 9 out of 10 times. You'll hear when it's cool and when it's not, but generally you're going to flat that 7th, okay? That's a major 7th. You're just going to do what's called a dominant 7th. Instead of that 8, which is 1, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're actually going to flat it down 1. Okay? That way it would sound. That's a 7th also. So it's just 2 frets below your root note. Okay, what the root note is the key of the song you're in. So if I say we're in the key of G and I want you to stay on the 1, you'd be 1. I'm actually playing 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3. What do I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of these notes are going to be given a number. Okay, so learn that scale, which is going to be, I'm going to give you numbers, just like tab. On the low E string, Okay, we're on 3, 5, then the A string, 2, 3, 5. Now I'm going to use the dominant 7th on the D string, 2, 3, 5. Okay, once again, 3, 5, then 2, 3, 5, and then again, same thing, 2, 3, 5. So 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Okay, backward. Okay, so if you're in the key of G, again, if I say we're going to play the 1, 3, 5. So we're going to play the 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3. I'm no longer calling out fret numbers. I'm calling out the actual numbers, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, without making you think too much of Julie Andrews and all that kind of junk. So you have the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. That's what any chord is made out of. So if you're actually going to make a chord on a bass, you'd have a couple roots, a 3rd, and a 5th. Okay, there it is. Okay, so there's my whole 3rd. Okay, 1s, 3s, and 5s. Now, there's going to be a part where I actually use 1s, 4s, 5s, all this stuff to let you know what chord we're going to. Again, we are in the key of G. Okay? This will work for everything. Learn this first. If you're in the key of G, that is always the root or 1, the G. Okay? If I tell you to go to the 4 chord, okay, it's no longer the 4 note, it's the 4 chord. That means the band, we're getting ready to go up to the 4. What do you mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. So simply remember this. 1 is your root, the key of the song. 4 is right down below it, so just go down 1 string, same fret, 4. And 5 is just 2 more frets forward. Okay, so if we're actually playing, and I want you to play the 1, 3, 5, 3. Now I can say that in every chord we're playing because I'm giving you the root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd. It gets a lot easier. But check this out. So in the key of G, this would be an example. Okay, key of G is just a 1, 4, 5 pattern. Okay, and you're just going to play a 1, 3, 5, 3 bass part. So you're in 2, 3, 4, 2, and 3 bars. Now we're going to the 4. Play the same thing. Back to the 1 or the root. To the 5. To the 4. Back to the 1. Okay, so it means you go from the 1 chord, then to the 2 chord, the 4 chord, which you should drop straight down and play the same thing you were playing, but now you're playing whatever your line was before, but you're starting it now on the 4. And then up to the 5. 4, 1, then 4, 4 sharp, 5. Okay, so that's the way this is going to work. Okay, so again, now we're going to count these out one time together and then start working on some actual licks. Alright, I'm going to count all this out and I'm going to talk like I will be talking through a lot of the video. Same bass line, and I want you to learn this and a lot of different ways of playing this. Like I said, we'll do similar runs and then you can change these up within a song so they still sound similar, they still sound familiar, and they don't sound all cattywampus or out of context or anything, so you're all of a sudden going you don't want that. It'll happen later, but it doesn't belong there. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a 1, 4, 5, 4 and 1. I'll just count them off. So that's going to be the lick. It's going to be 1, 3, 5, 3. 1, 3, 5, 3, and 1. And then when I call off, go to the 4 chord. That means just go do the same thing. 1 whole string down. When I say go to the 5 chord, that means do up here where the 5 is. So 1 straight down for the 4, and then 5 is 2 up. That is 90% of what 12-bar blues will be. Okay, is that chord progression. Okay, some of them may have you go to like the 4 chord earlier. Okay, but you'll get back to your root. Okay, and I will demonstrate those. So let's do it nice and simple, one time, the way I'm going to talk and the way we're going to play this lick. Okay, a 2, a 1, 2, root, and 2, a 3, 4, go to the 4 chord, back to the root, 8, go to the 5, 4, root, that was 12 bars. Okay, a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can probably get rid of the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and unless you're going really slow, but pretty soon you're not going to need any of this. So just okay. So that's what we're going to do. Now, real quick, before I change things slightly, is there will be, like I said, they will change. They meaning whoever, whatever CD or tape or record you're listening to, it might go different chord changes in different places, but it will still end up being 12 bars. Everything we're playing is 12 bars. So it might go 1, 2, 3, a 4, back to 1, a 4, a 5, back to 1. Okay, so it might do that. That's still 12 bars. So again, it's all about how many bars there are. It's not a matter if you're playing blues. So the title, 12-bar blues, is actually kind of deceiving. It's not really even a style. It lets you know it's going to be kind of a walking thing. Okay? It can be done without walking, and it is. It's just the matter of the construction of the song is 12 bars. Okay? Now I'm going to point this camera down just a little bit and see what we got. Okay, got my groovy body right there. Now I'm going to click on the drums here, which will sound like this. I know it's very slow, and that's where we have to start out because some people are more advanced than others and some aren't. So we have to accommodate everybody. If you know some of this stuff, there's plenty more on this video. So hey, go grab what you need. Okay? Now I'm going to try to actually bring it to the point where we're actually doing the exact same bass line as what I was doing just a minute ago. Okay, just the might actually double it up. Let me see what I can come up with real quick. Okay, that will be it. Okay, for anybody who doesn't know, on your left hand, it's great to stick your thumb on top of your low E string. Maybe use your thumb on your low E string. If you don't want to, you can cram your thumb wherever it feels good. I like to anchor it after I get done playing that low E string. And always make sure you have everything muted, all the other strings, so you don't hit them, and you gotta shut them up. Put some fingers on there. See how I've got fingers anchored on there? I have a finger and a thumb on every single string. You can always let up. Okay, you don't take your finger all the way off the string. You just let off of it, but still keep your finger barely touching it. Again, to help it shut up. And if you can help it shut up on both ends, that's actually a little tick-tock bass, which simulates stand-up bass. And you'll want to do that stuff too. If you want to be a all-over, very great, very diverse bass player, yeah, you want to get that stand-up bass thing going. Okay, even though your strings are nice and twangy or whatever, but you can kill them. There's a lot of places for those good rope sounds in your jazz and some of your blues and so forth. Okay, so we're just going to do straight all the way through. Okay, I'm going to count it through one time, all the way through the 12 bars, and at the end I want to on the 12th bar. Okay, so after we come off the D, you're 5, then you're 4, then you're 1. Okay, you actually end on the 1. And then there's a real quick anticipated jump. Okay, so I will call these off and then we'll just play them together. Okay, so here comes the drum fill and we're going to be in 1. And then when I say go to 4, go back to 1, go to 5, go to 4, go to 1. Okay, so again we're just playing the 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Here we go. So from here on out you're only going to hear me saying 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, da da da, or a run up to the from the 4 to the 5. Okay, and then we'll just play it straight together. Here we go. Root 1. That's 2 bars. Keep doing it. 4 bars. Go onto the 4 chord. We do this twice. Back to 1 twice. 5, 4, 1. Right. Great drummer there. I can just turn him off, I guess, instead of the fills. Okay, so you're going to be hearing me going. I'm just doing open strings before I do what's called a hammer-on. So I'm going open E, and then doing my middle finger to my root note. Just when I feel like it. Okay, so that's a really groovy thing, is to stick that in there. And it's usually good to do it on the beginning of the first of your first 4 bars that you do in the G. Then the third one. Now, beginning of the 4. It's just kind of cool. Now, things I told you we were going to do just to add more to it. We're going to double up on a few of the notes, and then we're going to change some of the notes. Okay? So, we'll get right to all of that, just so I can add a chapter in here, and we'll start picking up variations, okay, right after this short break from our sponsors. Okay, so we're back for the variations of that, and then we'll get on to more variations, and then go to completely different styles. Okay, so we're back to our... Okay, you use that little hammer-on. Okay, now doubling up. Check it out. Shows you some more stuff that we're getting ready to get into. So double. Now what this is good for is separating, even though it's this simple, is to actually put a little bit of a difference. Just lends itself to the human ear and lets them know there's something different going on. They're not sure what it is, but their ear is not so bored if you were going. That is great during like verses, but when it comes up to a chorus, double it up. Okay, see what I did there was, okay. Try that. 5. Okay, you got root, 3, 5. 4. because I want you to get them all, was, okay, so we're going from the root to the 2nd fret. We're going up chromatically, which means 1 fret at a time. You play every note. That's all chromatic means. You play every note. So every note from here to here. Now when you're coming back down, in order to make the timing right and to hear the sounds that you're used to hearing on the way back down, we skip over the 4th fret. So third, 2nd, open, okay? Okay, so there is that. Okay, so we've got the double up stuff. Now I'm going to start just plowing some stuff your way because there is a lot to learn. I am not a guy that's going to sit around and hold your hand and say, hey, you're doing good. That's what rewind is for. Okay, so go back and grab it, and when you are loaded up, work on it. Take your bass to the bathroom, to the beach, wherever you need to take it. Watch TV with it. Work on these little patterns. Okay, now let's make this pattern just a little more complicated, and then we will actually switch it up a little bit. Okay, so we got so we can do those. Okay, you've got that. Okay, so you can have liberties playing those 3 notes in any combination as long as you come back to where you're supposed to be on the correct beat. So you're switching from your 1 to your 4 to your 5, hitting those notes exactly when you're supposed to be changing. Okay, so you can get crazy. Don't get too crazy. Again, listen to the song. You have to be the rock. You have to drive the bus. You know, somebody has to keep this thing together. So it's between you, the drums, or just, if it's just you, then it's just you. Okay, so just be as solid as you can be first, then you can be flashy later. All right, and I'm going to teach you flash and solidity. Okay, so from the straightness of this, I have to give you little walks to get up to the 4, and back from the 4 back down to the 1, and from the 1 up to the 5. Okay, so there are actually walking. This is a walk. Otherwise you'd be going. That's called root 5th. There's your root and 5th, and root and 5th, and that is not a bad thing to do. You can still play root 5th stuff in 12-bar blues. It doesn't mean you have to be walking. Again, it's all about the count. There has to be 12 bars. That is all. That is all that is limited to. Again, it does not mean you have to walk, pass go, collect $200, none of that stuff. It just means you have to do 12 bars and then repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Okay, that's all it means. Okay, so the walks. I'll do it from something very basic. Okay, so we're doing a chromatic from the open A string. Okay, so you can use any finger you want. I think your first finger, first, second, third, fourth finger, and the thumb. Don't forget, folks, your thumb goes right there on the back. You kind of pinch together to make everything stay. If you only have fingers on the front and your thumb here, you're just going to be pushing back on the neck. So you got to counter offer the force. So may the force be with you to your advantage. So you're just pinching these things. For people who have trouble and their bass goes like this, just means you're not using your thumb on the back to push back forward. So you have equal pressure on both sides of the neck, keeping it still. Okay, again, I'm playing it faster just to show you now. Now I'm using my middle finger. Okay, same thing. That's what's the great thing about being in this key. When we change keys, everything's going to change. It's actually not changing, but having open notes will go away. So going up to the C, you do a chromatic from the G, then open, then open, now that's getting up to the 5 chord, and that is going to be G, then your 3, chromatic up, remember how I said coming back down, you skip over the 4th fret? So, chromatic, then open. Okay, so those are the easiest walks to get between these. I will put them in context right now so you can hear them one whole time through. And then you can play them with me one whole time through. If you already have it, play with me now. But I'm going to do those walks in between the chords every single time. Okay, so I'm going to play it straight just so you can hear the walks easier. So that straight and boring, but it is solid. Okay, so that should give you some ideas. Okay, this is very, very, very slow, and that is fine. It gives you a lot of time to check things out. Now let's get some other stuff in here. Instead of okay, so you got 3 notes. Let's fill this thing up with 2 more notes. Okay, it's a full walk. Okay, you have the same thing. Now we're going to 2nd fret on the D string, and so same as you just did. Okay, 2nd fret, 5th fret. Now the D string, the same thing. Now backwards. Okay, again. Okay, that takes up an entire time, so you don't have to play this 2, 3, 4. You only have to play it twice because you're going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 7, 8, and okay, so you've done it actually 2 whole bars that time. So counting to 4 is 1 bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now we'll go, that was 2 whole bars there. Now we'll do 2 bars with the long one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. Okay, so I know what I mean, I just can't say it. I know that does you no good, but that does 2 whole bars for you, so that kind of cuts it in half. So you can be going stop there, then okay, that's a perfect example of what I mean by you need to get back to what note you're supposed to be on the beat, okay, because you'll have to stop your walk somewhere to come right back to where you have to be. Okay, so so that is one way to jazz that up. You've heard that a lot of times, especially faster. Put little pony skips and jumps and hollers in their gallops. Okay, and now a lot of people will do everything except for the high note. Okay, so they leave part of it out, and then they'll just go to the high note when you want, just to change it up. Okay, so now there's another one, and you get to tie all these together. A lot of simple little things, and they can sound great together. And this one is, okay, this is here on the G, then your 5. Now we do our 7, and then our octave above. Instead of, now we got, okay, it's just something different. It will trick the ear, but they will not know what's going on, but it will sound cool. Okay, check them out together. another one. I want you to hear how that plays out to faster. In case I don't get around to these again, I just want you to know they can be. Okay, so that's putting them all together, okay, which is a really cool thing. Another one is, let's see, okay, we got that one, and see, okay, that's actually, if you're playing in an actual, if you know that it is a major chord and not a minor chord, you can sometimes get by with going up and playing the major third. Usually bass players don't, but it can be a cool little surprise, okay? Okay, so you're just coming up from when you get to the octave of the G. Okay, so you're hitting the 4th fret on the G string. That is your third. Now what's really cool is to play the G with it. Okay, so you've got the octave of the G. So play that one and this one. And they're very cool, and you'll use it later. Take both of those, go back 1 fret, so you're on 4th fret and 3rd fret, and then move them up together like your fingers are glued together. Hit them with the back of your nail on your first finger or your middle finger or whatever. Hammer on pull off from the 3rd fret to the 4th. So that's major. If it's minor, back to the 3rd fret. It's going to sound horrible, but you could go. That's a minor. So if you know it's minor, you can hit that. But otherwise it's going to sound horrible unless you resolve it real quick to the major third. Okay, that's just a... But make sure you stop on major. Okay, so there's another way to go. Now, we need one more good one here. This is exactly this. The full walk. But this one looks cooler. Looks are important too. Okay, so I'm going to go from the 3rd fret, slide from 5 to 7. Okay, so you're going to hear that slide. So that's going to make it different. Just because you hear that slide, you want to really make it. I sometimes do that. Instead of actually going to the 5th fret, I kind of go as close to that G as I can, so that you really hear it going. Okay, but for now, 3rd fret to this 5, slide it up to 7. Now we go. I'm just going to use numbers of frets, 5, 7, and then D string, 5. Now back to 7, 5, to 7 on the lowest string, and slide down back to G. So again, 3, 5 up to 7, next string 5, 7, next string 5, back down to 7, 5, 7. Okay, very slow. Now fast. Okay, you've heard this a whole bunch. People use picks. Now 4. 1, 5, 4, 1. Okay, so yeah, that's a cool one. It's exactly what you're doing before, but it has a lot more clanking going on and a lot more bebopping and swinging and jitterbugging and all that if you get it going fast. But that's the one that can still sound cool slow. Check it out. It's just that little slide in there just adds, you know, people just love, because nobody else does that on bass. You know, it's just that much of it is just like, wow, okay, yeah, that's cool. Because if you're just playing it straight, nothing wrong with it. Just adds a little bit. And that's always kind of cool too, to start up from back 2 frets and play half of it. So, then okay, so you play half or whole. It doesn't make a difference, but you have the entire walk there. Because if you were going from the 5 to the 4 to the 1, you can only do half of it anyway. 5, 4, 1, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, those are not fret numbers. Again, remember that's 5 in the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, even though it's 3rd fret. 3, because it's 1, 2, 3, then 2. Even though it's open, that's 1, 2. It's just an A and 1. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so yeah, it's bass theory. So please get my bass theory video because that's very cool. Okay, and let's take this one time doing exactly what I said, trucking and moving along. But I want you to do okay. Now let's do it in G, and then we're going to switch keys. Okay, I want you to learn everything in every key. That goes without saying. Okay, the open keys are the weird ones if you haven't played them before. Okay, so same old slow beat, and then we'll pick it up a bit. Okay, but play this really slow, just like a, but do it here. Get that slide in. Okay, here we go. Good stuff. That's the last thing I want to show you on this, and then I will speed it up, is this. Okay, especially if you're doubling it up. Okay, that's actually just going, instead of up here to the 7th fret, okay, from 5 to 7, you're going 6 to 7, and then to 5 on your A string. Okay. Okay. There's another one, is going right up to what we've been playing, we're just playing it different. Okay, that's simply doing a hammer-on. You're on your A string from 5 to 7, then back to 5 on your D. A lot of control with the muting, so you're not getting that. Okay, so it's really cool. Okay, that's another last one, I promise. That one is a staple, you have to have it. So okay, so just all the way up. So you're sliding down from 8, 7, 5. Okay? So then 6, 5, 3. Okay? So you have slow, fast, okay? That's very cool. That one's actually on my advanced country bass. Very cool. I may or may not stick that in here. But anyway, so let's take things faster, get some more licks, and keep on jamming, okay? I'm going to reprogram my little beat buddy, and we'll just keep on going, change keys, and have some more fun. Alright, get ready for the next chapter. Okay, we're going to be doing the faster stuff in the key of A, here in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you have taken some time to really get on those things I've just given you. I have downloads for drum beats. I have 60 of them. You can download them for $4, or you can get them on a CD-ROM for $8.95. But anyway, there's 60 full-length tracks on there that I personally did on the drums, and they're all, every single one, all 60 of them are 12-bar blues. Every one of them. There are 10 country, 10 blues, 10 rock, 10 slow one, 10 Latin, and 10 more that are something. But yeah, there's 60. So again, 10 full songs in 6 different genres. Okay? So those are really, really cool to have. And again, I made sure all 60 of them are 12-bar blues. They're laid out that way. So the cymbal crashes are in the right place to let you know when it starts again. Blah, blah, blah. So those are really nice to have. You can download some on the internet. I don't know how great they are, but I specifically put these together for 12-bar blues stuff. So very cool and very easy to record with as well, because they're very long, anywhere from 4 to 7 minutes each. So something that you could easily lay down as tracks, and they're going to sound perfect, high quality stuff. So I suggest you get them. If you don't get them from me, get them from somebody, but just play along with something other than a metronome. Those things are so boring. Or get you one of these Beat Buddy pedals. They're very cool. $199 currently. They were $250, I think, when I got it. Yeah. And then you had to buy another pedal for another $25, almost $300, but they're coming down. So cool stuff. And always listen to songs now and try to pick out what they're doing. You know, just find the key they're in. And if you can't sound out what key they're in, I always just used to go like this on my low E string till I found out where it was. You can always set a tuner on. You know, it's got a microphone and a tuner. Set it on while the music's playing, and it will actually show up on the tuner what the chords are, or what key they're in, what changes they're going to. It just picks it right up. It'll sit there and show G, 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 G. Then when it goes to the 4, it'll start showing C, C, C. If you have it turned up loud enough. So very cool idea there too if you can't figure it out. Or just go online and just look up the music for it, which will just tell you, you know, it's in G until it goes to the word after, and then you switch to C on that word. You know, just so many things, just like your hymnals or whatever, that will have, you know, the chords written right above the lyrics, so they know when to, you know when to change. Okay, I have switched this up to this drum beat. Okay, now that is actually a straight ahead rock beat. I don't care. They call it blues. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, here, I'm going to have you play in the key of A. Okay, so I'm going to do open strings. So that's the ones I want you to do. Okay, so I'm going to do kind of that little half thing. So A. So going up to the 3rd fret to the 4th fret. And then 2nd fret on your D string. Then 4, 2. That's going to be open, 2, 3, 4, mentioning the frets. Open, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to the 4 chord. How do we do that? Okay, we're playing an A. You just go straight down. So that'll be the D string. So I'm going to have a lot of little open string walks for you and runs for you. These are cool. Not always is getting the runs cool, but today it is. Okay, so again, along with me, you can watch one time. That's the one we're going to use. There's a lot to it until you get used to it. And then you're going to start using open strings more than anything. Anytime you can use one is cool. Okay, again. I think you've got that one. Okay, now we need to walk up to that 4 chord, which will be the D. Okay, so 3 times through. 2, 3, now walk up. Now, one time on the D. Okay? Back to the A, okay? Okay? Okay, let's get some of these low stuff in. Let's do it halfway in the middle of the D. Okay? So now we're going from the A up to the D. Okay, then we'll hit the D twice. Then the low E. Okay, so open E twice, 2nd fret twice, 4th fret twice, and then you're back to A. Twice. Okay, so we have 3 times. Then walk up. Then you do the D twice. Okay, so D, then E, 2nd fret, 4th fret, then A twice. Now here's where it gets weird. Okay, we just stopped there on the E note. Then we go. Okay, so that's E, so 2nd fret, open, 4th fret on your A, and then 2nd fret, and that's where that will stop, because that's one measure or one bar. So that's the 5. You're up on E because you are on your 1, and you went down to your D on your A, or for your 4, then you went to your 5, 2 frets up. Now we're going to do to our 4. Now just the same lick we did before with the 2 Ds. Then, okay, so that very last one was just from the 5 chord, then D, then the 4th fret, 2nd fret, then back home to A. Okay, so we are in the key of A, so our 1, 4s, and 5s have changed. Our 1 is an A, our 4 is now D, and our 5 is now an E. Okay, so our good old groovy walk. Let's see how fast this drum beat was again, so I'm not playing real strange to it. I was. Okay, so that's the way it'll go. Play it one time with me while I'm talking. So 3 times. 3 times. Walk up. D. Now A. Twice. Now the 5. the D, which is our 4. Now pick it up from underneath. So there's a lot of that going on. Okay? So let's do it a few times together. Okay? Do it about 4 times together, just to make sure you got it. Okay? Because this is a very, 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 very important one. And then I want you to be able to do it in other places all over the neck, like see. Okay, that kind of thing. I'm sleepy, I can't even get it. Okay, but we'll get it together here. Okay, so coming up, we'll do it like 4 times together. Okay? And just keep running this back until you have it perfect. I'll do it perfect each time, I promise. Here we go. One more time. Okay, there you go. So work with that one and try it everywhere. You can start with the E. And then there's nothing to go to unless you have a 5-string, but you can work it out. Just the same notes, find them somewhere else. That's part of the best part of learning this way, is to discover certain things yourself out of necessity. You'll remember them that way. If everything is written out for you, blah, 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 spoon-fed to you, you won't remember it. But if you work for it, you'll remember it. I just remember that so well because I had to learn every single thing by myself. On this, on guitar, on every instrument in the world, all by myself. I don't know what was up with old dudes, but they would never show you anything. Okay, so you heard me do. I just went up to the high A. Okay, same thing I did earlier. It's just, we did it before. Use it everywhere. Don't forget any of these. There are things that are so groovy. Let me put the same track on again. I'll play an A, and I will just simply put a different lick in, or play half of it or part of it. I just want you to listen for what is different. See if you can figure what is different. Okay? Okay, so it's just a lot of different stuff you can just toss in. And it's just breaking things up or breaking things down. Okay, it's all just the major scale again. Okay, so find things like that. If you're an open A, so you have other notes there to mess with. That was just a little rip off of some sticks. Too much time on my hands. Okay, so anywhere you want to play it. One thing I did, okay, again that was, I just stopped and did it twice. Same thing. That's just such a great lick. Okay, we've done it now in a whole bunch of keys. So grab these licks and put them in every key you can. Here's G. Okay, so you practice like that. Okay, it's just very, very, very cool. Okay, let's get to, let's see, I want to do something else on this A. Okay, so it's just a lot more of the same thing. Just be aware that there are more than one note that you're looking for in the 1, 4, and the 5. In the A, okay, you just did that. Okay, you've been doing it. Now, okay, so now you can play it up here. Here's an A. Sing it. That's okay. So you can take it all over the neck. So just find all the different A's, and when I went to D, okay, so just try little things like that, and again, chop things short. That's, listen to this. Keep it busy, but keep it simple, stupid. that is a whole bunch of just totally different stuff, but just playing part of it. Instead of just, or just playing A's. Okay? And don't forget, when you're walking up to your D, you can do this again. It's been on a few videos. Do the octaves. Okay, so open and second fret, second and fourth, third and fifth, fourth and sixth, then you're to your 4. Okay, so octaves, use those too. Okay, now I'm going to switch up the machine one more time and do some really cool 12-bar blues and actually change the pattern so it's not just 3 chords. Okay, this will be the last time around, but I want to go through a little song called Stormy Monday, or the Stormy Monday Blues, and show you how this can work. It's very, very cool. Okay, so stick around for that one right after this. Okay, for the last one, this here is just to drive home the fact, again, that it's all about 12 bars. Now this is blues, but there is really no walking in this. Okay, a lot of chord shapes, root, fifth, root. Okay, so you have, okay, so if you want to play it like this, or if you want to play it, but there's a lot of that going on. Okay, so it's a whole lot of that, but it still ends up being 12 bars. A lot of these are what's called split bars. Okay, 1 and 2, and then the next chord gets 3 and 4, and the next chord gets 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, are all over the place, but it still ends up being a total of 12 bars. Okay, so the song is crazy. Some people play it different, but if you can get back to, let's see who I'm looking for. It'll come to me in a little bit. It's not Muddy Waters, it's the other guy. Where is he? He'll hit me in a second. Okay, so anyway, it's in the key of G, is where I always put it in. Okay, so 1 whole bar in G, and 1 whole bar in C. Okay, let's see what the drum beat is. They call it Stormy Monday. Now, sharp. So in G, that's that same old walking or sliding thing. So from the 3rd fret, 5, 7, then 5, 7, back to 5. Now your 4 chord, C. Now G. Okay, we go to G sharp. So G. Okay, so that's where we're going to do a chord. Okay, so you're going to use a root, 5th root for a chord in G sharp. Okay, and then G to finish it up. Okay, just to finish up that bar. Okay, so you get 1 bar of G, 1 bar of C, half a bar of G, then chord G sharp, 1 of G and 1 of C, 2 of C actually, and then G chord, A chord, B chord, B flat chord, D, D sharp, chord, D chord, G, C, G, D. Okay, very strange. So if you want to write this down, and I will put it on the screen as well. Okay, again, 1 whole bar of G, C, 1 bar, then half a bar of G, then a chord of G sharp, then whole bar of G, now C twice, now G chord, A chord, B chord, B flat chord, D, D sharp chord, D chord, and G, C, G, up to D. And that is 12 bars. Okay, so that is it. Okay, again, I had those going across the screen, and hopefully you wrote them down. And let's do it just one more time, and then let's play it through a couple times, and then we'll call it pretty much a wrap. Okay, but I want you to not just stick to what I'm doing. Try out other things other than the chords. See what works. Remember, there are minors in here now. After the G chords, then the A is a minor. So you can actually bar all the way across and hit your G string. Then the B is a minor, and the B flat is a minor. Okay? D, D sharp, D, G, C, G, D, back to G. Okay, very odd. Okay, so once again, follow me through 2, 3, and G, and 1 time, C, 1 time, G sharp chord, G, now C twice, now G chord, A chord, B chord, B flat, D dog, D sharp chord, D chord, G, C, G, D, back to G. And that is 12 bars. One of the most famous 12-bar blues of all time, right there. Okay, that is 12 bars. And that's what I mean by there doesn't have to be just 3 chords. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chords in this song. 8 whole chords. Okay? So, one of my favorite songs though. So let's play it together just a few times. Again, the chords will be on the screen, and maybe you have them written down too. Okay? And, or the notes. You'll see what I'm doing, so you know when there's chords, or if you do or don't want to do chords, it's up to you. Okay? Break it up so you're not doing the same thing all the time. Instead of doing the you could go okay, just break it up, give it some space, or okay, that much space is cool. There could be a big Hammond B3 organ or something going on, making a sucker tasty. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's do it through a few times. And again, the chords will be on here for you on the screen. And again, you decide if you want to do chords or if you want to do walks. Okay, again, I will be here to show you what I have taught you, but feel free to play within it. And again, after we go up to the A, that is a minor, so you can. Okay, and the B is a minor, and the B flat is a minor. Okay, so if you want to play around with those on that G string, you can. Okay, so you got things like that. So okay, so much oddball stuff. So here we go, both of us, and we'll just do it a few times. Again, it's just the most classic 12-bar blues ever in the world. Did I ever come up with who did that? No, I didn't. I know it begins with Wilson Pickett. There it is, by God. That's the version this is. Wilson Pickett. Allman Brothers don't quite do it this way. Some will put all those other chords in it, some won't. But Wilson Pickett does this way, and most of the older blues cats will. You'll get Albert King, all kinds. Blind Melon Chitlin? No, that's Cheech and Chong. Tommy Chong. Okay, here we go, folks. So there's Stormy Monday Blues. Very cool tune. So hope you dug some of these 12-bar things. Once again, I always want to tell everybody, especially when you get an axe like this. Yes, this is the real one from 1980, the Gene Simmons Kramer axe. I have a lot of these things laying around. Not that there were many made, but yeah, this here is not supposed to look like a heavy metal guitar strap. These basses weigh a ton. These necks are made out of heavy aircraft grade aluminum, but they're very, very, very heavy. So don't hurt your back. Make sure you get like a 4-inch wide strap if you have a heavy bass, even if you don't, and it will pretty much take your bass down to about, it will feel like it weighs about 1/3 of what it actually does. So save your back, okay? And I'm sitting down playing the sax. I haven't chopped my leg off yet, okay? So try as much of this stuff as you can. Again, yeah, grab my 12 bar blues download for $4. You can't beat it. Again, everything is set for 12 bar blues, and you can just go to town with your imagination. But listen to as much of this kind of stuff as you can. Get on YouTube and just look up 12 bar blues. Listen to what the bass player is doing. Figure it out. You have the tools to do it now, quite a bit of them, and you will become a lot better bass player by figuring the rest of this out by yourself. Of course, I will have 20 some DVDs out for bass and a whole bunch of free ones on the site. But again, the more you can figure out on your own, the better you will retain it. You can't remember, nobody can remember a whole bunch of tablature stuff that's all written out everywhere. It's just like anything, just hammer at home, sit in front of the TV or wherever you're at, and just keep playing the same thing over and over again. And listen to your favorite songs that are 12 bar blues. Okay? And count them out. Make sure there's 12 bars there, because that will never hurt you to count them out. Okay? And you don't have to do the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3. Just 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. 3 times of 4. Okay? But I did want to do Stormy Monday just to show you that it's not all about walks and 3 chords. Okay, again, 8 chords there. And a little bit of walking, but some chordal stuff. And play with your hand back towards the bridge to get a lot clearer sound when you're doing those chords. Otherwise it'll just be a big wash of mud. You'll see what I mean. Just play back there by the bridge, and the tone will brighten up and everything will become very articulate sounding again, instead of like a bass player trying to play guitar chords. It just doesn't work. So once again, Dr. Groovy, my friends call me, Scott Grove, groovymusiclessons.com. Hit all the lessons, hit all the free lessons over there, hit all my eBay stuff. Enjoy all the reviews on the different basses and lots of live shows and just all kinds of groovy stuff, okay? And even the country music, especially the older stuff. If you like it, I love it. Most of it's 12 bar blues. Johnny B. Good, 12 bar blues. Everything that Chuck Berry did. Everything that The Killer did. Everything that Fats Domino did. It's all 12 bar blues. Every one of those type of things. So, George Thorogood. What was it? Georgia Satellites, Keep Your Hands to Yourself, 12 bar blues. All that stuff is 12 bar blues. And listen to the different bass players. Again, hit YouTube, look up all these songs I mentioned and different artists like that, and just some great stuff, okay? And there's a lot of other people that show you cool licks on there too, on the 12-bar blues. Mix it in with all these, mix it in with everything that you come up with. That's the best stuff, okay? You guys be groovy, and I shall be talking to you soon. Take care of your bad self. Bye.